First down here for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Ohio State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback was on that. Nice job.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Gibson. No idea what he could have been thinking to try to return that one, and they stop him at the 7. So Mississippi State's offense will go to work for the first time today. And you want to talk about dudes who can bring the heat off the edge, David? Both of these teams have somebody that can do just that.
That's so much fun. They get off the rock and they get in the backfield and get to quarterbacks. Make them feel uncomfortable, get them to the ground. These guys change the way offenses are playing the game.
These offensive quarterbacks.
He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety. So after giving up the deuce on the safety, now they'll be able to kick it away without a rush from the 20. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David. Just giving the quarterback some easy looks and...
Going for a big play right off the bat. Makes the catch down the right side. Off he goes. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running with his best friend, throwing them go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, rotating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
And the extra point extends the lead to 16. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Bringing it back. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for once.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. From the gun, running back gets to give. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking downfield, it's Cook. It's complete on the right side.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What do? You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at them. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. They'll start this drive with a pass. Caught behind the line. It's Smith. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Every once in a while, you have a dude roll out in the scarlet and gray, and they have a day. Terry Glenn, Jackson Smith and Jigba, Santonio Holmes. This guy might be matching up with him by the end of the day.
The sad thing is I could also name 5 other guys off the top of my head who are superstars, too. They always find those guys out wide that are big, fast, and create separation. They find them, and they make big plays, and he's doing it here today.
Makes his connection. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. The throw. Caught over the middle. It's Hunter. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. The Buckeyes are on the move. They want to just keep throwing it. He's looking deep. He's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Ohio State. Quarterbacks love receivers that can get separation, but that amount of separation is a little excessive.
I agree, Reese, and I think the defense needs to have a little powwow on the sidelines and talk about what just happened, because that was an absolute busted coverage on the back end. Defense can't keep playing like that.
That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game, but I can throw it to them. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and short, they've got them back up inside the 20, and the D can get the ball back here. To the air, it's Cook. Throwing right. Fires the pass, intercepted. Oh my goodness, he's still moving. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Snapped it in the shotgun. Skips away from pressure. Got out of trouble and throws. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And with the way he's throwing it right now, there are some big names at the top of that record list. J.T. Barrett, Dwayne Haskins, Justin Fields. Might be getting ready to move him down a notch.
And moving those guys down, that's a day. That's the day you dream about. That's the day where the ball's barely touching the ground. You're in a zone, and everything is going your way.
From inside the 15, here comes the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Maybe they learned something from their opening script of plays, David, but other than that, this has been an abject disaster.
And I think they learned what not to do. I mean, this has been an abject disaster. They haven't done anything right, offense, defense. Palmer, this one's ugly, and it's still early.
Yeah, I'd normally say, well, it's first quarter, just don't worry about it, there's time, but
Worry.
This is the worst start you possibly could have had. So they need to score a touchdown right here.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
And he gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Running it back, it's Cameron. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking to pass, it's Sanders. Hit as he throws. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. This should be the last play of the quarter.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You've got to put some hits on him, those body blows, so you can make him wear out. And
he uncorks one deep. And that will fall incomplete, and we have played one. Boy, they tried to end the first quarter on a high note to no avail. The second quarter's coming.
Ohio State 30, Mississippi State 0.
Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. Quarterback will audible. On third down, going up top. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
Really nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep ball down the field, not letting the receiver put his big body on him, go up over top. The only thing that could have been better is that thing tipped to another defender, and it was an intercept.
Going for it all. He's got it down the left. Open runway ahead. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Ohio State. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
And I love the play call. Oftentimes offensively, you like to throw the football deep down on your own end and take shots because you're anticipating man coverage. So if you get a receiver that can get behind the defense, that has a chance to be a home run type play. And you saw it work out exactly that way right there.
Fielded in the end zone, it's golden. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here comes the Mississippi State offense ready to attack. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. And you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
They'll run the RPO and throw it right. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. From the gun, give on the inside. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20.
And a nice job by the running back finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. 3rd and short from inside the 20. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. Running it back, it's Cameron. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything they're
going for the big play. Pulls it in on the right. Afterburner's coming. 10. Touchdown, Buckeyes. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
That makes the score. Ohio State 44. Mississippi
Coming out with it, it's Golden. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Paul.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
And it's difficult to contain athletic quarterbacks, but man, when everybody plays their assignment, it's a beautiful thing. I understand I got to take away this. I got to keep my eyes on the quarterback, make sure he doesn't pull that football.
They come up with their second safety of the game. You don't see that very often. The kickoff team lined up. They'll have to give it back after giving up that safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He rifles one deep down the right side. Oh, look out, there he goes. He's at the 20. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinator. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. From inside the 15, here's the return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. First down here for the offense. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Gonna run it. It's Robinson. Into the pile. Maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance.
Turns it on down the left side. At the 20. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Give to the running back. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next time.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
Looking to throw, it's Cook. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12. And they'll send out the field goal unit. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And the field goal is good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit. Here he comes from inside his own 5. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how
going deep. Wide open. He makes the catch. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. That big explosive play carries them into plus territory. They'll snap it 1st and 10 from just across the 50. Looking to move it through the air. He's not afraid to go deep. And it's caught! Touchdown, Buckeyes! They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. They're lining up to boot it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. The give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Number 98 on to kick it away. That's the end of the first half.
The Buckeyes will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Golden. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here comes the Mississippi State offense ready to attack. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this 3rd quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys, you got guys out of the portal.
And now they've lost the ball down here. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. That ball was just lying there forever in the end zone, and the defense finally pounced on it. You know, the defense is all about stopping teams, but when you have a chance to swing momentum, scoop it and score yourself, it is such a huge play.
Man, you just go over the offense and be like, bro, we don't need you today. We got this. We'll score ourselves if we have to. Great job by the defense, doing what they need to do, and then go talk a little trash to the offense.
He'll bring it out. It's Golden. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Line gets set, 1st down. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks. That's just ridiculous.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He lost it high and deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He'll bring it back. It's Cameron. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice.
Pressure got to him, couldn't get rid of it, and they got him for a safety. They'll boot it away from their own 20 after taking the safety.
Oh, and how about this defense?
I think he lost it in the sun. He muffed it. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They've crossed midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Dropping back, it's Sanders. Showing the arm strength down the left side. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too. How about that quarterback taking the shot downfield and delivering to the wide-open receiver?
I love this quarterback, Reese, because he's wants to take shots. He's looking for every opportunity to show off that cannon and that arm talent. He showed it to all of us right there.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
It's a draw. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll bring it back. It's Cameron. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Back to throw, it's Milroe. They're trying to get to him. The heat got to him, and he just sort of froze and got tackled in the end zone for a safety. After giving up that safety, they'll have to boot it away and give it right back to them. And he muffs it. It's loose. Here comes the Mississippi State offense ready to attack. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
The defense is just killing it. Success after success after success. If I'm the offense, I got to change something up, or my quarterback's going to be forced to change because he's going to be in the injury tent.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Now, on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you've set yourself up in a tough position here on third.
Feeling some heat. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
This has been a frustrating day, and I'm not sure it's going to get any better. You're already down huge. Listen, this offense can't protect this quarterback. They don't do anything right now. This defense has had their number all game long.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
Fast motion from the offense. Back to throw. It's Milroe. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Second down coming up. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he breaks into the open. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the pummeling has started.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Gonna run it. It's Robinson. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Third down conversions, always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. They'll look to pin them deep. Makes a move. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Back to throw. It's Milroe. Quickly complete. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Ohio State 81, Mississippi State 7.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. You have a big lead in the fourth quarter. When you do that, the only explanation for it is you're trying to send a message by sticking in another touchdown.
Yeah, in saying, listen, it's your job to stop.
Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
Well, the offense has made it known on this drive. They're trying to throw the football, and they're going to let this quarterback go to work. The defense does a great job winning up front. They get the sack to try to slow this momentum down.
Lets it slip right through his hands, and it'll be fourth down after the rare drop from this dude.
Well, they're trying to hit the slant, right? That's a bang-bang type play. It's got to happen fast. Good throw. Receiver just couldn't come up with the catch.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. And it's incomplete, and the defense holds.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on fourth down? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a W? That's because this coach wants his guys.
And this looks disastrous. Oh, down he goes. A huge loss on that play.
And this defense has done such a great job. Another sack on the day. They forced an interception. They've been flying all over the field playing great defense.
To the air, it's Cook. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure. They're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the...
Fires and picked off. Trying to take it back.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback. And DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this defense.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out in the deep shot for the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
And just got enough of the football there by the defender, breaking on the football, getting his hand on it. He couldn't bat it down, but he got a fingertip on it, tipped that thing away from the receiver, made the big play, saving the touchdown.
Trying play action. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. And guys, they really need to make something happen on this third and long. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. Obliterates him, still on the move. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal. This offensive scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Here's the snap, looking to throw. He thought he might turn that into a score, but the defense able to wrestle him down short. They'll stop him at the 3. Now the offense tries to punch it in on second and goal. Wants to throw. It's Milroe. Touchdown Buckeyes! And the beatdown has ensued. Climbing up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy.
And it's picked off for the third time today. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, but no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21. Looking for a productive play on first down. He wants to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Here comes the offense on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Safe completion on the screen. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the punishment has been extended. And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. On the run from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like...
They cough it up inside their 3. And it was it. That's going to be a safety. The offense is back on top of it. This is bad, but it could have been worse. So after that safety, they'll kick it away from their own 20. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. Standing in his own end zone looking to throw. He fires one deep over the middle. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down.
How about that? This team is way up in this game, and they're still taking shots in the 4th quarter. There is no let-up.
After the misfire, now on 2nd down. From his end zone, he'll have to get rid of it. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. He's loose down the left side. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the route is on. A lot of glorious days in the history of the Buckeyes, and this might put this guy right at the top of the list for a single game.
And that list of names is incredible. Like, we could go down the list of so many guys that have been such great playmakers, so dynamic. So to think about putting yourself in that category, we're going to be talking about winning trophies, and this guy being an All-American by season's end.
Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They'll throw it on 1st down. And the sack all the way back at the 5.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the 4th quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after you, as you saw it on that sack there.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Cook. He's going to get stopped, trapped, and it'll be a safety.
And that's the exclamation point right there. It's been a bad day, man. This offense, they're going to have to find some answers over the next couple of weeks, especially the next week of practice, of who they are, what their identity is, because all they've done today is struggle around and now give up points.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. The best way this offense can say thanks for that 2 spot is by following it up with a score of their own, David.
Really fun when your defense does that. When they get you back the football and they score some points, Palmer, put those points up on the board. Usually brag about it, especially defensively. We got more points than you, but good opportunity for this offense to get more.
Yeah, it's you scratch my back, I scratch yours kind of thing right now. I'll tell you, if this offense is able to go down the field and put up a touchdown, this could be a potentially 9 to 10 point swing based on your defense getting you that safety. You've got great field position now. You've got to take advantage.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Makes the grab on the left side. And he's running in the open. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He'll start this drive firing. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
To the air. It's Cook. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
You see an incompletion there. I think a big reason why this team is in such a hole right now in the fourth quarter is they have just not been able to find the explosive plays throwing the ball. And you got to wonder at this point, is it too little too late?
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
We've seen throughout the course of the season, defenses have had their hands full with this quarterback. He's simply one of the best in the country. But what can you say about this defense here today? They have gotten after him, registering multiple sacks, and they've never let him get into a rhythm.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Looking for a block. It's Cameron. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it well, David. Really, so much this coaching staff can be happy about.
Yeah, and now it's about stat padding, right? Like you can just put up more numbers. You know this game's pretty good. Don't turn it over, don't make a mistake. But this game is...
Makes the grab on the right. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. From any spot on the field, they're a threat to get a chunk play, and they just did it. 1st and 10 from the 40. He's looking to throw it. He wants to take the top off. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the stomping has commenced. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find something. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being this...
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
That looks like a really easy thing to do. Oh, the ball's just on the ground. Jump on it. That's an odd-shaped ball that bounces all kind of crazy ways. Great job on the defense covering that thing up.
While this game is all but decided, the offense's job is to score. They might try to score again. He wants it all. Throw to the end zone, picked off.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially in these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the clock.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
Let's see if they can get out of their own way on 2nd and long from the 8. He's got it. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue?